Good morning, we're here bright and early outside Manchester Airport. We're off on the way to Dublin to Emerald Park. We've been invited to check out the park and see what it's like. We're also going to get to do some online footage, so come with us. It is early though, and fall asleep. It's a lot of stairs. So we've landed here in Dublin. We were going to get a taxi to the park, weren't we? It's only like 12 miles away. But taxis.
It's €70.
Loads of money!
And that's through the app. The park recommended, free now. So we've actually found out it's cheaper to hire a car for the day. So there you go, hire a car.
I think £4 to hire a car for the day, so.
But mad, you do have to get a bus to the car pickup. So we're here now, like a little bit of a bus station, waiting for the bus to take us to get the car. So we'll see you over there. So this is the car we've hired. Some added smoke effects from Lindsay.
Dracarys.
Let's give it a ride, eh? So we just parked the car. One of the amazing things really about the park, and I've not seen this at any park really, is you get free parking. You have to pay a penny for parking here, which is great.
On the day, the real deal was here.
So the most important place to start is the shop. Let's have a look at what merch they've got. It's a Dino Dash. I think that's one of the roller coasters here. I had to check that one out in a bit, but it seems like they've got their own like merch range for it. Lots of cuddly toys. So like I say, Tayto Park's got a zoo as well, so we'll see some of the zoo animals as we go along. Oh, he's big, isn't he? Look at him. He's huge. See what we've got on this side, eh? So Emerald Park used to be called Tayto Park. You can actually still get the Tayto crisps here.
What's Tayto's precious?
Quite a range. Chickadees. Hey. Oh, I think that these are must. Chicken flavour. And bacon. Tayto crisps there, Linz.
Silver mints.
Silver mints.
They're not spearmint. Oh, stuff's weird over here.
What was that?
Stuff's weird over here.
Stuff's weird over here. some more Emerald Park merch over here. Emerald Park chocolate. I like that. Milk chocolate, mint, orange chocolate. Nice water bottles. Football shirt. How's that unicorn?
I've just took a special picture. It's going to be a lovely birthday surprise, something he'll really like, from Lindsay to the Tog.
Crisps. You do know the Coaster Tog loves a good crisp. That t-shirt's nice.
Yeah, the t-shirt's really nice.
That is nice. Caps. A lot of stuff, to be fair.
Yeah, there's some nice merch.
No pin badges though.
Shame.
Shame, yeah. Good shame for me.
I like that one actually with the green.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's 20 euros, so it's not a bad price.
€20, that's 20 quid.
Well, basically, yeah, because the pound's so rubbish now.
Yeah, good range of merch. So we made it outside the park now. Oh, we like a raptor display usually.
What are we doing?
Should have a look around first and then do some rides.
We go that way round the zoo first.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do any rides yet.
No, I still feel a bit off after the flight. It's weird. That slide is huge. Look at that size of that slide. Yeah. That looks high as well. I did that Bear Grylls thing the other day, and that's supposed to be the high ropes course, but that looks high.
Top level. Absolute top geezer.
What a guy. What a guy. Mate, how are you up here?
Am I going to have to give him a legendary status?
How are you up here?
I know this place from the back of my hand. Yeah, you do.
In Europe?
Europe or the UK?
In Europe, they said. That looks taller. I guess that isn't high ropes either, maybe, I don't know. Oh, it looks it. Looks high ropes at the top to me, that does.
Have one of them?
You want one of them?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's Emerald Park's Dole Whip, isn't it? The twisted chip.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them.
Gonna stick the break.
Let's have one of them,
They
mate.
sell them in one of the Disney parks though.
Dunno.
Or one of the Florida parks has them. I'm sure it does. I'm pretty sure I've seen the Zoodaloopers eat one of them in a vlog.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm sure I have. That's terrifying.
Junk design. I don't know, that looks good. Oh no, you mean this peacock? Oh wow, look at that.
I don't like birds.
You don't like birds? You'd be a big bird fan.
No, I don't like birds.
Been married to a chicken?
No.
I'm not sure what that is. What
Is that
is-
just a plate?
Oh, there's a giant weird rod in the middle, like a...
Don't know.
Very
Maybe
strange.
it's that island Stonehenge.
Maybe it's the answer to Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Fairy Forest.
Fairy Forest. Shall we? Yeah, we can have a look. Let's go have a look at the
The fairies in it.
Fairy Forest then, eh? So Lindsay's taking us on a tour of the Fairy Forest.
So you do with it whatever it is you do here in Fairy World with your teeth.
Oh, what have we got? Oh, they look cute. Are they in there? Let's have a look. No.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to do my thing.
What thing?
Least concern, data deficient. Let's see how many actual endangered species there are.
Yeah, but they're cute. It doesn't matter when they're cute.
It does matter when they're cute.
No, it doesn't. We see them though, that's the question. Are they out and about? Because they're not in. No, I can't see them. Is this the fairy forest, do you think? Welcome to the fairy forest.
Do you know what it looks a bit like? Giant versions of those, you know, them Christmas tree decorations that were all the rage a few years ago that literally looked like your 3-year-old that painted them. They kind of look like giant blown up versions of them. You know? I haven't seen them before.
They might be inside because it's wet today.
Oh, him looks cute.
Is he out there?
And he's vulnerable.
They are cute. I think they've got them at Chessington as well, these binturongs.
And they're actually vulnerable, so...
Did you
well
know
done.
females can delay pregnancy after mating
Oh, wow.
to help her raise her young? I don't think it's out.
That's a pretty cool skill to have, really.
It is a pretty cool skill. But I can't see it. It is a bit wet though, and I've got to be honest, if I was the same, I'd stay indoors.
There are fairies.
Well, still a bit more here, maybe, I don't know. It's like a little castle-y thing.
This would be a good place to jump out at people.
This would be a good place to jump out at people.
Just yet. Oh, that one's got a tooth on it.
Tooth Fairy Workshop, that is.
Are they actual teeth?
Are they actual teeth?
Do you want me to light it up with my phone torch? Can you actually see it?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if they are actual teeth. No, surely they're not. Well, they could be. Oof.
I think they are.
Ooh, it's giving me weird vibes, that is, if they're real teeth.
Bad juju.
Yeah. Ooh. So then that was the fairy tale forest, that. So what do you think of the fairy tale forest?
I mean, I enjoyed him to the sort of them teeth.
Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? It was a bit... yeah. I don't... It's very odd. It was a very odd attraction. Do you think this is part of the fairy tale forest, this ginormous stick?
I don't really know.
It's very strange.
Maybe you go up there and see there might be a giant tooth at the top. Or
I'm
that
not
could be
sure
like
about
something
that.
more epic. It could be like a tongue or an eyeball.
It's very strange, you know what that is. First attraction of the day, fairy tale forest. Very strange. Oh, what's that?
Oh, that's one of them.
That's one of them things.
Yeah.
That's why we couldn't see him. Do you think that's the other side of the cage there? Oh,
Yeah.
he's very cute. I don't know if you can see him on the GoPro though. I think you can literally just see me Cheetos. Hello. Hello, Snooty. It's nice, him. Him nice.
Is that the fox?
Oh, I think he is. Yeah, look at him there.
Is Corsac fox one of the only social fox species? I would happen to disagree. That one that lives in our garden is pretty social.
That's lovely though, innit? Look at it. Oh, hello, buddy. Let's go see if we can get some better views of the park on little steam train here, Steam Train Express. See you on there. we've just come off the steam train experience. It's only a little thing that goes round like a set track, but you do see a lot of the junior area of the park, so that's kind of where the smaller rides are. Got some credits. I think there's a spinning coaster there we'll try and get on in a bit.
How about macaroni cheese?
A bit of that macaroni cheese. Why are you eyeing up all the food? Why?
Hungry.
Hungry already? Oh no. My tummy's still a bit off after that weird flight. But
there's nothing wrong with the flight. It was just you drunk a great with coffee before we got on it, and you're not used to drinking coffee.
But we'll go back to the junior area in a bit and walk around, have a look at it. But let's head over this way. Let's see what we've got.
I would have branches, branches. I would have a trunk. One, two, three. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree. The last part of our tree is our tapuchim, our apples. When I say apples, I want you to reach real high in the tree and get the biggest, juiciest apple you can and take a big bite. I would have apples. I would have leaves. I would have branches. Branches! Another kind of branches. Maybe some droopy branches. Branches. I would have a trunk. 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 1, 2, 3. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, if I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree, what a tree I'd be. If I were a tree. Happy to wish that. Everybody. Oh, thanks. I really like trees a lot.
I've wished it, the Whomping Willow. That was terrifying.
That was a very strange attraction.
That was odd.
I think
Can we get round here?
No,
It was a dead end.
It's just a dead end. Wait up for me. Lindsay's desperate for one of these. She's marching to try and find them.
The only thing that concerns me is that when that man just walked past us, it smelled a bit like salt and vinegar. And I'm going to be really upset if salt and vinegar flavoured.
Will the chips be salt and vinegar or not? Tune in.
If it is, I'm not having one. I can't. I'll cry.
Do you like salt and vinegar?
I hate salt and vinegar.
She's rushed off to Twisted Chip. Can I have a Coke?
Yeah,
Yes, please. A Coke, please.
Do you want one?
No, I might try one of yours.
Hi. Can I pay on card? Yeah. Can I get a cheese and onion one, please?
Yeah.
Cheese and onions, so we do cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, sour cream and chime. So that's a bit of you.
Hey guys, look what I smuggled aboard. Homer, no! Huh? They'll clog the instruments! Careful, they're ruffled.
Classical cheese and onion, you're going to have to hold it for me all the time.
It's good, man. It's real good.
Yeah.
Will you get that while I pay? Thank you.
No problem.
Hi.
Can I get it? It's just one of them.
What flavour
Yeah.
would you like? Cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, sour cream.
So it's just mine here.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my cheese and onion crisp on a stick over to the raccoon. I'm going to stand and eat it while I watch the raccoon, and I'm going to be living my best happy life. €3.50.
Oh, €3.
I thought that was good for like a theme park snack there and something like a novelty.
That isn't bad.
No,
Get
I
the
didn't think
selfies.
so.
The selfie. Oh, she's posing as well. Oh. All the bush dogs are out now. Hello. Oh, they're lovely. Put down. Come. Oh, look at that jackal. He's cute.
James would love me right now. There's no raccoon.
They've mugged you off.
The raccoon is alive.
The raccoon's here,
Not
isn't
there.
he?
He's not there. Where is he? Find him.
Is he not in the cell?
Find him.
No, he's not in the cell. Is he out here though?
That just broke my heart.
Just broke some of your crisp.
I think the 10-second rule can apply.
Yeah, 10 seconds ago maybe. There's no raccoon here.
No.
The thing is, like, I understand when it's raining they don't want to come out, right? But they aren't in either, so... I like that jackal though, he's lovely. Hello, mate.
Babies, come down, I'll feed you crisps.
Oh, I see where the raccoons are.
Come to mama.
Up in the tree.
Come to mama. Come on. There you go. Don't fall. Come and love me. You recording me?
Yeah, I'm recording you.
Go away. I love raccoons.
I know you love raccoons.
I was really peed off when they made him illegal to have his pets.
Can I pet your puppy? It is adorable.
Yes.
Oh, look at him. He's like Barney a bit. Except he's a bit less monging. Hey, babe. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you little angel. You little angel pie. Come here. Come to Mama Lindsay. You don't go that way. That's the wrong way. You're supposed to be coming to Mama Lindsay, not away. Not away from Mama Lindsay, to her. And this is probably the only pictures I take all day, really. That sounds about right.
Such a cute way they drink.
If I push you over and you take the twist stick, you could tempt him over and I could put him in my bag. And I could take him home to be bag.
Did you not know it's rude to talk with your mouth full? Oh, there he is. Hello, mate. Hello. Camera shy now, have you, mate? Yeah. Welcome back now. What we got here? Kookaburra. They're the ones that make them.
That shit in the gum tree.
The gum tree.
I'm not singing the song.
What
I'll
song?
have to find it.
What song?
No.
What
They're
song?
nice. I didn't realise they were blue.
Isn't it Bush Gardens?
I can't sing it because you might get copyrighted.
I'm sure your singing skills will not get me copyrighted somehow.
Sing like Barney's mate. Critically endangered. Maybe that's not Barney's mate then.
Do you know what's worrying? This pheasant here is
Oh yeah.
critically endangered, but it just walked past us about 5 minutes ago.
No, that was a peacock, you fool.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That, this one here, he's huge. He's a vulture, a palm nut vulture. He's big. think he did a Eurovision song for Ireland, you know, this vulture. I'm not vulture. Yeah, this very vulture.
Avada Kedavra.
Was that nice, that crisp?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Lovely crispness. Oh, wow, I didn't realise they were so close to you, like. Oh, wow.
Look at them.
They're lovely, aren't they? Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Have you walked past him out before?
Yeah, you just got to stay on the path. Just be careful of his tail because it's massively long.
Hello, mate. Yeah, I didn't see the otters. I'm just in awe of how close they come to you. It's a bit like the one at Peak, isn't it? But at Peak, they like they never really come close.
Your wish has come true!
Oh, yay! My tummy is speaking to me.
Whoa! Gross! I wouldn't eat that side of the cake if I were you.
They're cute, aren't they, lemurs? They are cute.
Lovely.
They're beautiful creatures. Look at them.
I think I just like creatures with tails. They're just, if it's got a tail, it's instantly more cute.
They're cute.
Aww. Oh, he doesn't want to come down.
They'll
He's
stay
like
up here now.
regretting his life choices.
It's amazing, isn't it? So we've just come out of the lemur walk through the lemur woods there. It was really cute. I didn't realise they were going to get so close, to be fair. We've done one Peak Wildlife Farm, haven't we, before? And yeah, close, but they don't get that close.
No, they sort of like stay up on the play bits, don't they, at Peak? But I don't know whether, because that's like, at Peak Wildlife Park, it gets quite busy and there's always loads and loads of like little kids running around, so whether the animals stay out the way.
Yeah, maybe. I thought it was really nice. You could literally like, I was within stepping distance of stepping on a lemur's tail. That was mind-blowing. Off the path, I think he says. Stay on the path. There's vicious animals about.
Not really a petting zoo then, is it? Because nothing's on the path to pet. It's just a walk through goats attraction.
They're goats. What are they? They are sheep, aren't they?
We'll probably like Barney when he's not moved the brush. Don't they?
They will be. Goats. Well, I just feel like we're going to have been misled here a little bit.
What do you mean?
So I see the goats, but I don't think we can actually get in with the alpacas.
No, you can't. You have to look at them for me.
It's not really.
No, I don't interest in goats.
No. Goats are pretty much everywhere, aren't they? But
That's what Barney's
kinda-
fringe looks like at the moment.
I was hoping we could get in with the alpacas and give them a cuddle.
That one.
Oh, they are cute, aren't they, alpacas? They're nice, aren't they? They're cute.
All right.
Hey, Mr. Alpaca.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, look at me so I can take a picture of you. I don't like seeing that food anymore.
There's somebody's food. What does the food belong to there? Oh, him nice. He's cute. That's the Eurasian lynx. I think this bird got the best job. Secretary bird.
They mate with one partner for life.
Ah, that's cute. But I think it's at work at the moment.
How about another joke?
It's you! A sulky chicken!
Very funny. Silky chicken.
It does say not to feed that animal though.
Does
Bear
it?
that in mind.
Stella seagull. It's massive, isn't it? It is huge.
Mighty, mighty eagle, rescue me.
It's another one as well, isn't it? They're big birds. They're really big birds. This one's not so big. What's this one? It's a golden eagle.
Alright, Gobby.
There's a vulture. So now we're going to head over to the World of Raptors Raptor Experience show. Starts at 1 o'clock. Should be quite good. We usually like these kind of bird of prey style shows, and some of these birds are huge. So bring you along, see what we can get, see if we can record in there. Let's go.
My name is Donal. It's my pleasure to be presenting. Thanks very much. Someone's going to enjoy it anyway. It's my pleasure to be presenting this free-flying bird of prey demonstration for you all. It's my first display of the year, so delighted to be back. And if you hear me say anything that's wildly incorrect, it's not because it's April Fool's. I've just forgotten things, but I'll try my best. Before we get going, we'll quickly go through some health and safety rules to make sure that all the birds go back to their aviaries safely and you all leave with the same number of fingers that you came in with, because I can see some food out there, and that's going to be rule number 1. If it's visible, you risk a large predatory bird joining you in the audience. Hide your food, and it has to stay out of sight for the next 20 minutes. I know, I'm ruining your day up there. But that's just to keep you safe, guys, okay? So any food, make sure it stays hidden away. Their sense of smell is fairly absent, so if they can't see it, they're not going to find it, okay? You've missed your trail, pal. This boy is certainly not native. You're not going to see this wandering around any other field in Meath or anywhere else in Ireland, because he is the only secretary bird in the country. His name is Rodney, and he's definitely one of the superstars of this display. He's a lot of people's favourite, and I must say one of mine as well. They're an interesting species to look at, there's no denying it. He's weird looking, isn't he? He can't understand me, so I don't mind insulting him. And the way they get their name is based on how they look. So secretary bird is based on his physical appearance. So if you think back to a time of scientific discovery a couple hundred years ago, a secretary at the time might have used a feather quill pen, which they could stash behind their ear. They may have worn breeches, which would be short black pants with long white socks, and a tailcoat as well, which looks like the 2 long, lovely tail feathers that Rodney has here. Often than not, what a secretary bird is going to do is exactly what you've seen him doing here. Now, I know you missed some of your food over here, so we'll walk you over. They'll walk up to 18 kilometers a day looking for bits of food, and he is a carnivore, just like every other bird on our section here. And he is looking exclusively for meat that I've scattered out for him here. And in the wild, it could be anything from small insects up to the size of a small rabbit, and anything in between. But they are quite famous for one thing, and I've mentioned his English name, but every animal also has a Latin or scientific name as well. It's usually in Latin or Greek. This is my favourite in the animal kingdom because it tells you exactly what he does. He's called Sagittarius serpentarius. But nobody's scared of snakes, are they?
No.
You sure? Front row? Nobody? Doesn't matter, this one's not real. That would be quite cruel and unethical of us, but Rodney will demonstrate, despite the fact that this is made of rubber, exactly how he dispatches his prey in the wild, which is they Irish dance it to death. Yeah, he always gets a good laugh. But have a listen. You can hear it, yeah? He strikes it with 5 times his own body weight worth of force. And you see what he's doing with his wings? That's protecting himself. A lot of the time they're hunting prey that can bite back, like snakes and lizards, and he doesn't want to be bitten if he can avoid it, and if he does, and if that snake happens to be venomous, he wants to make sure that he's not taking any major damage. If he gets bitten on any of those feathers out on his wings, there's no real harm to it. Even if it's a venomous snake, there's no blood vessels down those feathers, so he will survive quite nicely. And as well as that, these things don't have very good eyesight, reptiles, so he's protecting himself in more than one way. He's well able to take them out without any major risk to himself. But he has joined us now, thankfully, and he'll be down with you shortly. His name is Henry, and Henry is a southern ground hornbill. Now, he's going to show you that even though he's got hornbill in his name, he clearly can't fly, so he's got ground in his name. He spends a lot of his time on the ground, but is more than capable of some incredible flight as well. Hello, Danny. And where you find these guys, similar to the secretary bird, is sub-Saharan Africa. They're another African species. So again, same region, south of the Sahara, right down to the southernmost tips of Africa. And as I say, ground is in the name, so they will plenty of scavenging on the ground as well as moving around on the wing too. If they're flying, they're probably looking for something like a watering hole, or they're off looking for a mate or something like that. And if they're down on the ground, it's generally that they are out scavenging and hunting. So this guy breaks the rules here in the world of raptors in a couple of different ways. For one thing, he is not actually a raptor. I mentioned already that the definition of that, a raptor is a bird that catches and kills their food with their feet. If you take a look at this guy's stumpy toes, he's not going to be doing any damage with it. If he's hunting for meat, he's going to be using his beak as a weapon rather than his feet. So he's not technically a raptor. And as well as that, he's actually the only non-carnivore that we look after here on this section. He is an omnivore, so as well as all of the meat that he gets, which tends to most of the time be his preference, he will also eat a wider range of food than the rest of our species, in that he'll have fruit and veg as well. They don't get any bigger than this, and that's probably why ground is in their name. The extra weight means he doesn't want to fly too much if he can avoid it. Like I say, he spends most of his time on the ground, and in fact we can demonstrate for you how he is an excellent scavenger as well. So we've got some naturally occurring African sandcastle buckets that Henry's going to hopefully demonstrate how he scavenges with. That can involve anything like turning over rocks and logs in the wild. Obviously these are not a very naturally occurring material, but he still knows that there might be food hidden underneath them. Even without us having trained him with food under there, he's just such a curious soul that he's going to knock over the buckets and see what he can find anyway. Or he might find more of Rodney's food that he left behind. As I mentioned, he would do that. Or just go looking for something he can find in the bushes. So scavenging for the most part, hunting when they come across living things then as well. Well, that one's empty, you've got one more. He is also a young bird, and they can live for quite a long while. Henry's around 3 years old now, and the changes that you'll see in a bird like this over time, he won't get any bigger because birds tend to grow very, very quickly. In fact, when they hatch from their egg, which is roughly around the size of an adult head, if you can picture that without the beak, they'll be full size within 3 months. So they grow very, very quickly, and they mature quickly as well. By 6 months, most birds are independent of mom and dad. And this guy will be no different to that, except for the fact that the hornbill will live in social groups in the wild of about 10 or 12 individuals. So he's at full size, but what will change about Henry over time is the colour of his face. When he hits maturity, around 6 or 7 years old, that will turn into a very deep red colour instead of the orange that you see there at the moment. It's just dawned on me as Zulu has joined us here. We very much have an African display going. Another African species here is Zulu, our battleoor eagle. So again, similar range, sub-Saharan Africa, except these guys will do things completely differently to what you've seen so far. We've had 2 ground birds, and this time now we've got someone who's very much going to be up on the wing most of the day, as any eagle would. But Zulu, despite being an eagle, we do like to talk about how he's different from other eagles more than how he's the same, because battleoors are quite a distinctive eagle species. So just to give you the general bits on eagles, obviously they're quite famous for monogamy. So they will join into a monogamous pair very young in their lives, around 6 or 7. And as I said, these birds can live for maybe 50 or 60 years. So they'll spend a long time together. And as well as that, they're famous for being kind of the the apex predator of the sky as well. So nothing really frightens a bird like this when they're out hunting. They're capable of taking on anything or escaping from anything if they need to as well. Any guesses? Yeah, shout it out. Beak. Beak is about average. In fact, it's quite a good beak actually. I can attest to that. Anyone else? Wings are quite long. Tail, you're getting there. So battlers fly very differently to most eagles in that they have that very short tail. And to point out, a tail is how a bird steers themselves. So with less of a tail, Zulu is not able to steer very well on the wing. And he makes up for it in a different way. But the reason for that is because battlelore eagles spend a lot of their time on the ground out in the wild, scavenging for small things, very similar food source actually to the hornbill and the secretary bird that came before, in that they're looking for anything from insects up to maybe a small rabbit, reptiles, amphibians and everything in between. So they're quite comfortable on the ground, and the reason they're able to do it is because their tail is so short. If they had a full-length eagle tail, they'd be dragging it around on the ground all the time and it would be destroyed. They'd never be able to use it. So they've evolved over time to have a much shorter tail. And they make up for how they fly and how he walks around here. What have you found? No, that's not food, I promise. They make up for it by flying in a slightly different way. So what Zulu will do, rather than using his tail to steer, is he uses that extended wingspan. It's actually longer relative to his body than most birds would be. So his wingtips, you'll notice, are quite long. And when he gets into a nice long glide, the way that they'll balance, rather than using the tail to steer, is that they'll do this lovely little wobble. And it's partially where they get their name from. So you've seen him walking around on the ground, and you'll see him do a nice long flight now next. And he'll demonstrate in both those ways why they're called battlelore. Battlelore is an old French word for something along the lines of a tightrope walker or a circus performer along those lines. And that is where they get their name, is how they balance themselves as they fly. But again, then going back to how he is an eagle like any other, there's that lovely wobble on the way in. They're, of course, an excellent hunter, so their eyesight probably being their strongest feature just before their talons. If we had the eyes of that eagle, you'd be able to read a newspaper headline way down at the circus tent at the far side of the bison field here. So they maintain detail over much greater distance, and they also see at a faster rate than us as well. So they're able to make decisions much better in real time than we would be able to. Everyone happy in their seats so far? Okay, good. If no one's bailing out, thankfully the weather has stayed good for us. You can't stand up for this bird, so we all happy to stay for one more? Great. Not that she's going to go for you or anything like that, she's just incredibly quick and maybe not quite as nimble as some of the other flyers that we have. She's up above your heads on this side here, and her name is Cleo. This is my first time flying Cleo in front of people, so hopefully this all goes smoothly because she is lightning quick. And I've been doing this for about a year now, so hopefully have enough practice in. She's not going to catch me out on the first go and end the display. So we're going to try and get as close as possible. I can pretty much promise you she's going to win because she is better than I am at this, no doubt. She's lightning quick, but we'll try and keep her going for as long as we possibly can. What they're famous for is the tail chase, so they would do exactly as she's done here, which is to circle around our body of water, like the one behind me, to try and rustle up some birds to chase, and then use their incredible speed to hunt down that bird and catch it out. The way they do it is that they're all muscle, all power coming from their chest. So 20% of a falcon's body mass is in its pectoral muscles alone, and that is how they're able to build such speed. And as well as that, if you take a look at the shape, you will see that she's just slicing through the air, absolutely no problem to her at all. The difficult part of this is that she is heating up very quickly, but falcons are absolutely excellent at keeping themselves cool as well. They can breathe both in and out at the same time, and that allows them to have a constant cold airflow going through their system. She has tired me out, so let her have that. She got quite close. You can give her a quick round of applause there. Building back up her fitness at this time of the year, so really picking up speed, and on a windy day she's even faster than this. But yeah, they have 9 air pockets internally inside in their system, so every time she beats a wing, there's air going in and air going out, and that means that she's able to cool herself down quite quickly. I would be quite beneficial if I could breathe in and out at the same time at this point after flying that girl. What Shiva's going to demonstrate for you is how falconry all began, which is called trading off. But falconry initially was a hunting method, going back as far as 4,000 years. There's a long history of this. And basically, if you imagine in your mind that instead of a leather pad with feathers, that had been a duck. You have your trained falcon who's going to chase down that duck. You want to make sure your falcon gets a nice meal, so you take a piece off for her. she's ready to go again when you next need a meal, and you take the rest of it home for yourself. So people have been doing this for thousands of years, and not much has changed really. We're obviously becoming a bit more modern with it, but other than that, the methods, the equipment that we're using, all very much the same. So very happy to be able to demonstrate it for you here today. And thankfully, she didn't catch me out too quickly, but she's certainly tired.
Just come out of the World of Raptors live show. What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's really good, wasn't it? And they say each one's different, so they have different birds as well. So keep watching them, can't you? You can come back and see more.
Yeah, I'm coming back for the afternoon one.
Oof, got rides to do.
God, you're not even as big as a red kite.
Let's see what you are then. So here in the wild we find a wild Lindsay at Emerald Park. You're about the same as me, really.
I'm about a foot shorter than you.
So we've walked around the zoo. The zoo's really nice, actually. I think the zoo's got some really nice, interesting creatures.
It's actually got some stuff that's endangered as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
You know, unlike Sea Life Centre.
Yeah, plenty of endangered species and stuff you don't see every day. And
a leopard.
Got plenty of room to go around. It's really nice, I thought. It was really good. Yeah, the leopard. He was hiding around though, so we couldn't really get much. But they do feeding shows where you can come see the keepers feeding him as well. So maybe try and check one of them out after we've done some of the rides there. Right, kids coaster first. We'll try Dino Dash. It's open. Dino Dash. So we've decided to take on first roller coaster of the day, Dino Dash. Look forward to it.
Sorry.
Tired?
Yeah, a little bit. 3.5 hours sleep last night, bud.
Yeah, it's been a tough.
Oh, it's hard to switch
First coaster of the day done, Dino Dash. It was quite a nice little family credit. Nothing really exciting as a coaster, but it's really well themed. Really enjoyed the theming and some animatronics on the way as well. Really good. Now, sadly, the really well themed Viking Voyage log flume is closed at the moment. It's like going through some ride upgrades, which is a bit of a shame. It looks really good. I've seen it testing, it looks like really good. So we're going to give the 5D cinema a go. So we just come out of the 5D cinema. Pete can call it that.
I would call that the world's worst experience.
It's about as bad as it can possibly get.
Yeah, we went in. I knew it wasn't going to be good when they said rows 3, 4, 7 and 8 are all broke. But my chair felt like it just wanted to beat me up.
Mine barely moved.
Didn't get any of the air effects or any of the water effects. I had to close one of my eyes to be able to see the videos. It's really poor. Like, it's such a shame because we usually like those kind of attractions, don't we? Really.
Do you know what though I did think? The video that we watched, the Canyon Coaster, where have we seen that before?
I don't know. We have seen it somewhere before. Much better than that as well.
Was the 70 thing we did at Icon Park in Florida that video?
No, you had to fight.
30?
Well, you had to shoot zombies, didn't you, on that? I remember you had to shoot things. It was a gun one. I don't know where we've done
that
it.
Canyon Coaster before in a 5D cinema.
We have, and it was much better, I remember.
Yeah, well, it worked.
That was
Oh, was it
awful.
Ventura?
Might have been. I don't know. I can't remember. But we have done it before. Done it here. It wasn't very good at all. Just not well kept at all. Sadly.
We'll spend the next 5 minutes googling it.
Hey up everyone, probably thinking a bit weird, but I'm going to cut the vlog short. I'll be honest, we came, as soon as we landed at Dublin, I felt a bit off all day. I felt best, but over by the Raptor field I've thrown up a few times. It's the first time in 20 years. I feel so rough. I'm gutted because I haven't managed to get on the Cocoon coaster or any of the other credits either. I've only done one ride, but I feel so bad. Thanks for watching. I'll hatch again soon.
Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Rah!